Hey y'all. I didn't know whether to discuss with you guys the week wrap up first, or should I talk about what just went down in these four walls first? And I think I'm gonna tell y'all what just went down in these four walls first because I think it's more comical. So y'all know I'm always here, joking with y'all about how after a video I'm going to get high or going to smoke some weed or something of that nature. Mind you, I've never smoked anything a day in my life. Well, so straight. But um, so yeah, today I actually, because I'm one of those people who love to go and experience all things of life, and smoking was one of those things that I've always wanted to do. Just like to see, just to know what it feels like to smoke. I know it may be kind of immature, but it is what it is. I don't give a damn. But as I sat and thought about it, as a child, we are all, conditioned to want to smoke. You had like the kid, well, when I was younger, we had the candy cigarettes, the little candy bubblegum cigars, and stuff like that. So I've always was like, oh, let me go smoke something. I mean, not like as a child, like let me go smoke something, but you always want to try it. So today, I went and bought a black and mild today, and normally when I go into this is the last thing I go into a store and say is, can I get a mild? Because it sounded so awkward coming from my mouth. I almost had to jump back and kick myself. Like, did you just ask this man for a black and mild? I was like, yeah, he did. And by the time I said it and couldn't take it back, he had already put it under the little thing, excuse me, and put it on my little tab or whatever, rung it up. So I thought, damn, well, we stuck with it now. So I had been, you notice I have a mint in my mouth. Y'all figure out why in a minute. So I already knew how to freak or champ or style, depending on which region you live in, a mild because I learned how from one of the YouTuber persons. I forget his name. Um, something I forget him. So I learned how to do it, like roll it, take the stuff out, take the little gas. But anyway, let's talk about the whole process. So I'm sitting in the bathroom trying to get this. I got the tobacco or whatever out. I'm sitting in the bathroom for a good 30 minutes trying to get this stupid the little paper that's on the inside, the cancer paper. I'm sitting there trying to get this paper out. The paper is like thin. So every time and I don't have no fingernails, so I'm trying to like pull it, and I end up having to find tweezers to get it out, and I was annoyed as hell by this. So then I'm putting the tobacco stuff back into it, the little cigar or whatever, if you will, because I found out black and miles are nothing but skinny cigars. So I'm putting the tobacco back in, and it wouldn't go all the way in. So I'm like, I got extra tobacco stuff. What am I supposed to do with this? So I was on the phone with Jerry. Jerry was telling me to push it down. So I had to use a Q-tip to push it down. I'm convinced I wasn't doing this right, but I was like, because thugs don't walk around with Q-tips and tweezers to freak a black and mild. So I'm like, they do this all freehand in like 30 seconds. So I'm pushing it down with the Q-tip. I was like, okay, I finally got it out. So then I was like, oh God, I need a lighter. So I went to my little brother's room. He had a lighter. It was something was wrong with it. Clearly, it was broke. So I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do? So I was like, okay, I'll go to the stove. So I went to the stove. I didn't want to do it at the stove because, as you can see, the kitchen is right there. So I was going out here to smoke because I didn't want it in the house. So I had to go from the kitchen and run back over here to the little door, right out the door, and do it. So I went and I got it going or whatever. And I was like, okay, this is boring. It's not as exciting as I thought it would be. So I'm just standing on the porch and it goes out. So I'm like, what the fuck? The damn thing went out. So I come back. There's food on the stove, by the way. So I come back and I know, okay, I need to relight it. So this time I'm like, okay, Darrell, what you need to do is you need to, what does it say? Continue. Okay, what you need to do is you need to like put it up to the fire and then inhale, because that's how the people get the fire. Because I've seen people do it before. So I'm like, okay. So I put it in the fire, go down, and it goes. So I'm cool. I go back outside, completely forgetting that the stove is on. So I'm outside, smoking the black and mild, talking on the phone, like, yeah, this isn't all it's cracked up to be. My lips started to tingle. My tongue was tingling. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, all right, saliva was accumulating in my mouth, and that must be why they spit all the time. People who smoke are always spitting because it was just like building up. And I was like, what is this? I don't like this. So because I paid for it, I was like, I'm gonna smoke at least 3/4 of this block of my house. So I come back in the house after I've done my dirt, and all I smell is the black and mild. And I don't know if it was on me or if it was in the house, but I'm too paranoid to try to find out. So I go back, I come right here. This is where the patio door is. And I see the fire is on the stove. And there's a pot on top of the fire, which has rice in it. So I'm like, oh my God, the rice is on. So I thought, fuck. So I'm running, trying to get the rice out of the pot that's on the highest flame that it could possibly be on. And the rice on the bottom of the pan is burnt. And I was like, oh fuck, I didn't damn burn the house down. The rice is on fire. So I get the rice out the pan, get it all. I savaged the majority of it, but most of it was done. So I get that going. I'm still smelling black and mild in my head, or I think it's in my head. I don't know. My mom was playing tricks on me. That was nothing but Jesus that was saying, see, you shouldn't be doing this shit in the first place because you don't have a heart to be around here smoking stuff. So I'm like spraying Airwick and Lysol and all the shit. I went and got in the shower. I brushed my teeth. I ate a donut because I wanted to make it feel like there was nothing going on. That's why I'm eating this mint now because I just got finished brushing my teeth. So that was my first ever smoking experience, and I just want to let everybody know that I am now a member of DARE, the drugs, the DRDA, drugs, alcohol. Well, I'm not against alcohol. Drugs are really evil. Let's go with that. So, yeah, I'm a member, and I pledge to never smoke again because it's just not for me. Some things aren't for people, and I had to experience this to find that out. You won't see me with a black and mild or anything else on my lips again because I was dying. I was like, I didn't even know how to do it. Like the closest thing to smoking I've gotten was walking outside in the winter and blowing my breath and seeing the little fog. Other than that, I don't know how to. I didn't know how if I was supposed to inhale or breathe in or go like let it go through my system. I didn't know. I was just like, and I was like, I'm not keeping this shit in my mouth too long because I don't want my tonsils to fall out. So that's it. I'll actually talk to y'all about pop culture and things in a few seconds, but I just had to discuss. So don't smoke, don't do anything of that nature because it's not safe and your mouth will burn and things of that nature. So, all right, y'all, we're about to actually talk pop culture now because it's been 3 days. All right, y'all, peace. I don't smell it no more, thank God.